just that. It is an honor that you're here. I'm looking around, I'm seeing new faces, familiar faces, and that's a good thing. I hadn't run you off yet. So it's good to see you. I do have a few additional prayer announcements this morning that need to be brought to the attention. These have come in over the last couple of days or so since we put the bulletin together. Just want to make sure that you're aware of those. Tammy Robinson did get to come home and went to Ryan's wedding yesterday. She still got some issues and things going on, so we want to keep her in prayer. But she is at home if you want to touch base. Also, Randy Steele is at home. He's out of rehab. I know he is glad to be at home as well. Steve Van Dyke, Pam's dad, will be having back surgery on the 30th of November. He's looking forward to getting that done. They had looked at a date over in December, and he said, no, let's get her done. So it's been scheduled for the 30th. Also, Mike Wallace is having knee replacement surgery this coming Friday, and he's anxious to get that done. He's been in quite a bit of pain with his knee, so they're going to be doing knee replacement with him this coming Friday. Tricia Lucas, this is the sister-in-law of Lisa Rowe, had a heart attack earlier this week. We want to lift her in prayer. Relatively young, 56, 57 years old. Some folks say, that's old. No, that ain't old. That ain't old at all. And it's younger every day. But if you would keep her in your prayer. And I got word of this just it's actually been a couple of weeks ago, and I let it get away from me. I'm not sure if any of you may know John Chambers, better known as Fudd Chambers. He was the pastor over at Remedy Church. He had a 4-year-old daughter that died about 3 weeks ago. Grace was born with some health issues and things. I don't know how to pronounce it. I can spell it, but I can't pronounce it. It's Trisomy 13. And she had some pretty major health complications, even from birth. So if you would, please keep the Chambers family in your prayers, because Fudd was very active in this area while he was pastoring over at Remedy. And they're down in the Blacksburg area now, so be lifting him up in prayer. Also, Ada Snipes, if you would, her and Beth. Ada's having some health concerns, and her blood pressure's not wanting to do right. So if you would keep both Ada and Beth and Dale in your prayers as they're taking care of Miss Ada and getting her up to snuff with her health. And we want to make sure we remember, because listen, folks, prayer is the easiest, simplest, most effective tool a Christian has. And it is probably the most underutilized power that we have. I mean, we can lift things straight to the throne room of God, and He hears our prayers. He may not answer them the way we want them answered in the time that we want them answered, but He answers our prayers. And we need to be effective prayer warriors for our family. So be lifting all of these up. And then last but not least, Hearts of Gold, seniors, whatever you'd like to be called. You young folks, Judy and Cleet are putting together a trip. They are out of town this weekend, but Cleet asked if I would to please let the seniors know that there's a sign-up sheet out front for the program over at Narrowway, The Real Christmas Story. That show date is November the 30th at 6:30. It's on a Wednesday, but they're asking that they need to get the money turned in by November the 13th. If you have any concerns or have any questions or anything about that, please contact Cleet and Judy. He said you could give them a call. They would take care of that as far as any transportation problems that you may have, or if you have